Are you tired of chasing happiness only to find yourself empty? What if everything you've been taught about success, love, and fulfillment is wrong? Embrace the wisdom of the ancient Stoics and discover the controversial lessons that will change your life. Buckle up for this journey that is not for the faint of heart. Growing up, I was always taught to pursue success, wealth, and happiness. I followed society's blueprint, did well in school, secured a high-paying job, and sought validation from others. Yet despite achieving what many would call success, I felt a deep emptiness inside when I lost my job, a position to which I had pinned my identity and self-esteem, and I was devastated. This turning point led me to explore philosophies that promised deeper meaning and fulfillment. It was then that I stumbled upon Stoicism, an ancient wisdom that challenged everything I thought I knew about life through personal challenges, embracing discomfort and radically changing my mindset. I discovered the transformative power of Stoicism. These are the controversial lessons that have reshaped my life and can revolutionize yourself. To be prepared to question everything and start your journey towards true freedom and fulfillment. Rejection of pity. Rejection of pity is one of the most counterintuitive and controversial lessons I have learned from Stoicism. Society often equates compassion with pity, encouraging us to feel sorry for those who are struggling. However, Stoicism teaches that pity can be disempowering, fostering feelings of helplessness and dependence instead of pity. True compassion leads empowering others to find their own strength and resilience. I remember one time a close friend of mine, Mark, was going through a rough patch after a painful breakup. My first reaction was to pity him, to comfort him, and express that I felt sorry for his situation. But as the days went by, I realized that my pity was not helping for him. It kept him stuck in a cycle of self-pity and not acting on the Stoic philosophy. I decided to change my approach. Instead of being sympathetic, I started encouraging him to see the breakup as an opportunity to grow. I shared with him the Stoic side. He said external events are beyond our control, but our reactions to them are entirely within our power. By focusing on what he could control, his own thoughts and actions, Mark started to regain a sense of autonomy. He started to make an effort to pursue the hobbies he had neglected, and he eventually emerged from his despair stronger and more confident. This experience taught me a profound lesson: pity can keep people stuck in a victimhood, while compassion actually empowers them to rise above. Are you tired of chasing happiness only to find yourself empty? What if everything you've been taught about success, love, and fulfillment is wrong? Embrace the wisdom of the ancient Stoics and discover the controversial lessons that will change your life. Buckle up for this journey that is not for the faint of heart. Growing up, I was always taught to pursue success, wealth, and happiness. I followed society's blueprint, did well in school, secured a high-paying job, and sought validation from others. Yet despite achieving what many would call success, I felt a deep emptiness inside when I lost my job, a position to which I had pinned my identity and self-esteem, and I was devastated. This turning point led me to explore philosophies that promised deeper meaning and fulfillment. It was then that I stumbled upon Stoicism, an ancient wisdom that challenged everything I thought I knew about life through personal challenges, embracing discomfort and radically changing my mindset. I discovered the transformative power of Stoicism. These are the controversial lessons that have reshaped my life and can revolutionize yourself. To be prepared to question everything and start your journey towards true freedom and fulfillment. Rejection of pity. Rejection of pity is one of the most counterintuitive and controversial lessons I have learned from Stoicism. Society often equates compassion with pity, encouraging us to feel sorry for those who are struggling. However, Stoicism teaches that pity can be disempowering, fostering feelings of helplessness and dependence instead of pity. True compassion leads empowering others to find their own strength and resilience. I remember one time a close friend of mine, Mark, was going through a rough patch after a painful breakup. My first reaction was to pity him, to comfort him, and express that I felt sorry for his situation. But as the days went by, I realized that my pity was not helping for him. It kept him stuck in a cycle of self-pity and not acting on the Stoic philosophy. I decided to change my approach. Instead of being sympathetic, I started encouraging him to see the breakup as an opportunity to grow. I shared with him the Stoic side. He said external events are beyond our control, but our reactions to them are entirely within our power. By focusing on what he could control, his own thoughts and actions, Mark started to regain a sense of autonomy. He started to make an effort to pursue the hobbies she had neglected, and he eventually emerged from his despair stronger and more confident. This experience taught me a profound lesson on pity can keep people stuck in a victimhood, while compassion actually empowers them to rise above. A form of surrender, which is an admission that you are in your situation and have no power to change. On the other hand, their avoidance of complaining is an act of empowerment, which is a commitment to focus on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and attitudes, rather than what you cannot. This view is controversial because it goes against a culture that often encourages and even values complaining as a form of expression and connection. However, the Stoic approach suggests a higher form of resilience and strength. But by refusing to complain, you train yourself to see opportunities where others only see obstacles and practice a proactive problem-solving mindset instead of passive complaining. In the easy sense, think about the last time you were stuck in a long line at the grocery store. Instead of grumbling and sighing, consider using that time to practice patience. Start a fun conversation, or simply enjoy a quiet moment in your busy day. This simple change can turn an unpleasant situation into a moment of growth and positivity. In short, avoiding complaining is not about suppressing emotions or ignoring challenges. It is about choosing a more constructive and empowering response to life's inevitable difficulties. By embracing this Stoic principle, you will find that your outlook on life becomes more positive, your endurance is enhanced, and your ability to find solutions is expanded. So next time you are tempted to complain, remember that you have the power to turn that moment into a moment of growth and empowerment. 3. Honest self-criticism. Practice honest self-criticism is perhaps one of the most uncomfortable yet transformative Stoic lessons in a culture that often promotes self-esteem and positive affirmation at all costs. The idea of being harshly critical of ourselves may seem harsh and even counterproductive. However, true growth and self-improvement lies in the ability to face our shortcomings head-on and take responsibility for them. I used to shy away from self-criticism, preferring to focus on my strengths and achievements. Positive self-talk was my motto, and although it made me feel good temporarily, it did little to address my underlying issues. I was stuck in patterns of behavior that were sabotaging my success and happiness, but I was too afraid to face them. Everything changed when I encountered the Stoic principle of true self-attention. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, often reflected on my own shortcomings with brutal honesty. Inspired by his example, I decided to adopt the practice of daily self-examinations, scrutinizing my actions, thoughts, and intentions with a steady eye. The first few attempts were extremely difficult. I faced parts of me that I had long ignored or rationalized: my impatience, my tendency to procrastinate, my occasional arrogance. It was painful to admit these flaws, but also liberating to bring them to light. He was finally able to address them. A particularly poignant example was my procrastination habit. He used to justify it as needing more time to think or liking to work under pressure. But honest self-criticism forced me to admit that it was actually a fear of failure and the lack of discipline. Admitting this allowed me to develop strategies to combat it, like breaking tasks down into smaller steps and setting strict deadlines for myself. This rigorous self-criticism did not lead to self-hatred, as some might fear. Instead, it fostered a deeper understanding of myself and a commitment to improvement. I began to see my flaws not as fixed traits, but as areas for growth. This shift in perspective has empowered me to take actionable steps to become a better version of myself. The profound message here is that true self-love involves recognizing and working to improve. Imperfection is about striving for self-improvement, rather than being content with complacency. Honest self-criticism is not about putting yourself down, but about building yourself from a foundation of truth and accountability. This practice is controversial as it contradicts the popular notion that constant positive affirmation is the key to self-esteem. However, the Stoics teach us that true confidence comes from knowing yourself, including your weaknesses, and taking responsibility for your actions. This level of honesty can be uncomfortable. Viewed as essential for true personal growth. Think of it this way: if you never admit a leak in your roof, it will only get worse over time. By identifying the leak, you can fix it and prevent further damage. Likewise, by practicing honest self-criticism, you address your shortcomings and prevent them from undermining your success and happiness. Conclusion: practicing honest self-criticism is a powerful tool for self-improvement. It requires courage to face our shortcomings and discipline to address them, but their rewards are immense. You will gain a deeper understanding of yourself, a stronger resilience, and a genuine sense of self-worth that comes from your ongoing commitment to growth. So embrace this Stoic principle and begin your journey to becoming the best version of yourself. How to consume mindfully in a world of infotainment, overload, and instant gratification. The concept of mindful consumption is a beacon of insight and self-discipline. Stoicism teaches us to be cautious and selective about what we allow into our minds and bodies. Exercise not only creates a healthier lifestyle, but also fosters a more focused and peaceful mind. We live in an age where information is at our fingertips 24/7. The constant bombardment of social media updates and digital content can be overwhelming. Used to start my day by scrolling through social media and reading the news, thinking he was being informed. However, I found myself feeling anxious, distracted, and sometimes even depressed by the endless stream of negative news and superficial contents. To this inspired principle of controlling what you can and accepting what you can't, I decided to take control of my information. Diet limited my news intake once a day from trusted sources and unfollowed accounts that didn't add value to my life. Instead, I started my morning with a book or a meditation session. This change not only reduced my anxiety, but also improved my focus and my productivity throughout the day. Entertainment is another area where mindful consumption can make a significant difference. Binge watching TV shows or spending hours playing video games may be fun in moderation, but they often lead to wasted time and unfilled potential. I used to justify my excessive TV viewing as a way to relax, but it often left me feeling more drained and disconnected from my goals. By applying Stoic wisdom, I started to evaluate how my entertainment choices impacted my health and personal growth. I replaced mindless TV marathons with activities that enriched my life, like reading books, learning a new skill, or engaging in meaningful conversations. This doesn't mean eliminating entertainment completely, but choosing content that inspires and educates me. Consumption extends to what we eat and drink, as the Stoics believed in moderation and self-control. Advocates a balanced approach to nutrition. I used to indulge in junk food and sugary drinks without realizing how they affected my energy levels and overall health. Adopt a more conscious approach. I started paying attention to how different foods made me feel. I started eating more whole foods, drank more water, and cut back on processed snacks. This simple change led to increased energy, better focus, and an overall feeling of well-being. Practicing mindful eating. Savoring each bite and recognizing hunger and fullness helped me develop a healthier relationship with food. Even our social interactions can benefit from Stoicism. Mindful consumption teaches us to surround ourselves with individuals who uplift and challenge us in a positive way. I found that some relationships in my life were draining. Instead of rewarding, engaging in gossip or negative conversations that left me feeling drained and uninspired, I began to seek relationships that were based on mutual respect, growth, and positivity. I spent more time with people who inspired me and less with those who brought negativity. This change not only improved my mental health, but also created a more supportive and motivating social environment. Digital detox. Finally, doing regular digital detox can significantly improve mindful consumption. I used to be glued to my phone, constantly checking emails, messages, and social media. This habit was not only distracting, but also created a sense of urgency and stress. Inspired by Stoic activities, I began to schedule a regular digital detoxes at times when I would disconnect from all digital devices. During these times, I engaged in offline activities like hiking, journaling, or simply spending quality time with loved ones. This break helps me reset my mind, de-stress, and reconnect with the present moment. The deep message. The deep message behind mindful consumption is about taking back control of our lives and making intentional choices that align with our values and goals. It is about realizing that not all input is beneficial, and that our time and attention are precious resources. By being mindful of what we consume, whether it is information, entertainment, food, or social interaction, we cultivate a more intentional and fulfilling life. Conscious consumption challenges the norm of mindless indulgence and instant gratification, requiring discipline, self-awareness, and a commitment to personal growth, but their rewards are deeper. Insight reduces stress, improves health, and a deeper sense of purpose in a world that constantly demands our attention. Mindful consumption is a powerful practice that helps us focus on what really matters and live a more meaningful life. 5 morning mindsets. Setting a positive and intentional mindset each morning is a powerful practice that can transform your entire day. This habit is rooted in Stoic philosophy and involves taking a few minutes each morning to reflect, set your intention, and mentally prepare for the challenges ahead. In a fast-paced world where mornings often start with a rush and stress, adopting a mindful and intentional approach to starting the day can have a profound impact on overall health and your productivity. For years, my mornings were chaotic. My alarm would go off, and I would immediately rush to my phone to check email and social media. This habit left me feeling restless and overwhelmed before I even got out of bed. I realized that I was letting outside forces dictate my mood and thoughts for the day. Inspired by the consistent practice of morning reflection, I decided to change my morning routine instead of reaching for my phone. I started spending the first 15 minutes of my day setting my mindset. This simple change has had a huge impact on my life. Morning routine. Once you wake up early, take enough time in the morning so you don't feel rushed. Waking up early allows you to start your day calmly and intentionally. 2. Mindful breathing. Starting with a few minutes of mindful breathing or meditation, this helps focus your mind and direct your attention to the present moment. Deep breathing can reduce anxiety and set a calm tone for the day. 3. Gratitude exercises. Think of 3 things you're grateful for. This exercise will shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. Cultivate a positive outlook. 4 goals set. Reflect on the kind of person you want to be and the values you want to uphold. Marcus Aurelius wrote that when you arise in the morning, think about what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy. Love setting clear intentions helps you navigate your day with purpose and clarity. 5 successful visualizations. Take a few minutes to visualize your goals and the steps you will take to achieve them. This exercise boosts motivation and confidence, making it easier to tackle tasks. 6 positive affirmations. Read affirmations that reinforce your intentions and goals. Phrases like, I am capable, I am resilient, and I will approach today with calm and focus can help set a constructive mindset. Even review your day, look at your schedule, and plan for the day. Identify potential challenges and think about how you can handle them with patience and wisdom. This preparation helps you feel more in control and ready to face whatever comes your way. The deep message behind setting a morning mindset is that how you start your day significantly affects your mood, productivity, and interactions. By taking control of your morning, you set the tone for a more intentional and fulfilling day. This practice aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control: your thoughts, attitudes, and actions. This habit may seem controversial in a society that often glorifies busyness and multitasking. Many believe that productivity begins with jumping straight into work, but Stoic philosophy teaches us that taking time to reflect and set goals is not a waste, but an essential investment in our mental and emotional health. By prioritizing your thinking, you will be better equipped to handle stress, make better decisions, and interact more positively with others. Approach that challenges the norm of reactive living and promotes proactive living. Mindfulness. 6. Daily reflections. Daily reflections is a powerful Stoic practice that involves reviewing your thoughts, actions, and experiences at the end of each day. This habit encourages self-awareness, personal growth, and continuous improvement in a world where days become a blur and moments pass in a whirlwind of activity. Taking time for daily reflections can bring me deeper direction and purpose. My journey with daily reflections began during a time when I was feeling lost and overwhelmed. I was constantly busy but rarely felt productive or fulfilled. I read about the Stoic philosopher Seneca, who advocated regular self-examination. Inspired by his practice, decided to incorporate daily reflections into my routine. Initially, it felt awkward and time-consuming. However, as I persisted, it became a cherished part of my day. Reflecting on my actions, thinking, and emotions have helped me identify patterns, celebrate small victories, and learn from my mistakes. Find a quiet space. Choose a comfortable, quiet place where you can reflect without distractions. It could be a cozy corner in your home, a quiet park bench, or any space that helps you focus. To journal your thoughts. Write down your experiences and emotions from the day. How went well, what challenges you faced, how you responded to them. Journaling helps clarify your thinking and provides a cord that you can review. 3. Evaluate your actions. Reflect on your behaviors and decisions. Were they aligned with your values and goals? Did you act with integrity, kindness, and wisdom? Honest self-assessment is important for personal growth. 4. Identify lessons learned. Consider what you learned from the day's experiences. Every day brings opportunities to grow, whether it is a success or a failure. By identify these lessons, you too each day into a stepping stone to improve the year. Set goals for tomorrow based on your reflections. Set clear, achievable goals for the next day. This helps you approach each new day with purpose and determination. 6. Gratitude practices and your reflection. On a note of gratitude, acknowledge the positive aspects of your day. No matter how small, the gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. Cultivate a positive mindset. The deeper message behind daily reflection is the importance of living an examined life. As Socrates famously said, Unexamined life is not worth living. Daily reflection encourages mindfulness and self-awareness, helping you align your actions with your values and goals. It is about taking responsibility for your personal growth and ongoing. Strive to become a better version of yourself in a culture that often prioritizes external achievements over internal growth. The practice of daily reflection may seem controversial. Many people are taught to measure success by external signs, wealth, status, rewards, instead of personal growth and self-awareness. Stoicism challenges this norm by emphasizing the importance of internal virtues and selfish improvement. The deeper message behind the Stoic habits is about living with purpose and integrity. It is about aligning your actions with your values and continually striving to become the best version of yourself. By applying the Stoic principles, you are not only improving your own life, but also making a positive contribution to the world around you. Each habit is a step towards a more balanced and fulfilling life. So take the first step today. Reflect on your actions, set goals, engage in acts of kindness, and practice mindful consumption. When you incorporate these habits into your life, you will discover a profound transformation that leads to a life of wisdom greater than courage, justice, and moderation. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Walk with the wisdom of Stoicism guiding you. If our content has made your day a little brighter, and you would like to help us reach new heights, we would be delighted if you would consider supporting the channel. Your support not only keeps you energized, but also allows us to bring you even more epic content. Join our exclusive community on Patreon. Insert your Patreon link here and get behind-the-scenes goodies or access to new videos and more. Your support is like rocket fuel for our creativity. And for those who like to spread a little joy with a one-time gesture, you can buy me a cup of coffee at insert buy me coffee. Linked here is a quick and easy way to show love and maintain good vibes. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being a part of this amazing journey. We couldn't have done it without you. See you in the next video.